This morning during my activation, I received a lightning bolt of clarity to help me get to my next step. And that was that I still had some lingering self doubt. And not all of me, but a part of me. And what this clarity was all about is that it showed me that doubt is completely well, I'd like to say useless, but it does serve a purpose in showing us, giving us an experience, showing us what we're manifesting by thinking in a particular way. So let's just break down the concept of doubt. So, doubt is fear that what we desire will not come to fruition. Yet, from a manifestation standpoint, you can see the signal this is creating. It's like someone in doubt almost believes more that what they want isn't going to happen than what they want will happen. And we are the ones creating our realities. And so if one is in doubt about something, they will just keep manifesting exactly what they think is going to happen. Life really is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this clarity, what came to me was the reminder that literally all of creation is assisting me on every step of the way. And so if I am putting out a signal of doubt, then all of creation will help to mirror that back and show me what I am putting out. And the reason why this slipped under the radar for me is because since I have learned to, there's a little bird that flew, and it was very sweet. But since I started listening to my guidance, I trust that 100% completely. Yet I realized that there were still thoughts and little narratives going around in the background of my head that if I just asked Spirit about, if I just asked my guidance about, they would put it to rest and I would have so much more trust. And then with trust, we have presence, we have peace, we have joy, because we know that what we desire is coming to fruition. A doubt, it's like resistance, but it's almost like a straight, like a block uh, energetically. It's like I see it as kind of like throwing off the signal of what we want. It's not like a clear signal when there's any little bit of doubt. And this doubt is not coming from our true self. It's not coming from our higher self, our soul. This is coming from a part of, we could call the programmed self. So all doubt is programmed, because when we come back to the truth of the reality that we are creating everything and that everything is on our side, and that literally what we desire will come to fruition. And so of course, unless we keep doubting it and believe something else is going to happen. So it was coming back to these very basic, very simple truths that I could see that doubt actually made no sense. That because everything is assisting me, and I know that what I am guided to is bringing me to the best case scenario, there is no need to have doubt. There is no, I would say doubt is never needed, but there's no there's just no point to having doubt unless someone, of course, wants to have that experience. And so that is where I realized that was from programming, that was from what I traced it back to was being young and having big dreams and wanting to do these things, and people around me telling me that maybe it wasn't possible for me, or these kind of narratives. And so I noticed that. Another thing I noticed was that this whole thing about being small to be accepted, that when we are doing well and we feel and perceive the jealousy from others, this never feels good. Yet, it doesn't have to be that way. When we feel jealousy from another, we can actually reassociate that, and we can choose to feel good that we are being the mirror that other person or persons need for their own spiritual growth journey. So we can change how we feel in response to these certain energies. So there's always a way to pull ourselves out of this programming, this conditioning. And so as I went through these things, I could see these different reasons how this maybe had come about. And also, it was also I saw in examples in my life. So oftentimes we will do something and we will expect a big result, and maybe we don't see that, at least not initially in the physical reality, and then we start to doubt ourselves. And so here is the part where it is most important to let that doubt go and to realize that we truly are the creators of our reality, and reality is responding to us. So if we're putting out doubt, we're going to get doubt back. And I saw that in my life, where when I was sharing different things and when there was still lingering doubt, I would receive doubt from the external. And now I can look back and see that, wow, I was sharing something so profound, so helpful, and that person just didn't get it. And that's not anything about what I was sharing. That was just where they were. And so it was all perfect as it was. It was just mirroring to me my own doubt. And like I said, it's not like a full-blown doubt. That's why it's was tough to pick up on, because it's just like this little part of me. But I could also see it when this spring there were some things that I really desired so I could expand my joy, and so I had been asking Spirit, okay, is this the right time to make this purchase or that purchase? And so, like, for example, a backpack. I wanted this backpack so I could go on different adventures, and it wasn't even very expensive. It was just a bigger backpack kind of than normal. And yet after I got it, and Spirit gave me the okay and guided me which one to get, and it felt like a miracle as I was going through it, because it was. But after that, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like, could I have used that money for groceries? Maybe I need to return the backpack. Well, that's doubt. Because if I had no doubt, I would have known, okay, this is meant for me, And that means that more money is coming in for groceries and for bills and all that kind of stuff. And that I can just be grateful and thankful that I have this new backpack so I can go on these adventures. And so it's untying this little part of me that I can see used to doubt so much. But again, doubt doesn't make any sense because we're signaling to the field. It's kind of like saying that we don't want what we want. That's kind of like the signal that doubt gives off. It's like, I want this, but then I doubt it. And so it's like, it's not a coherent signal. Yet when we show up to do something or what we desire, and we know that this is the right thing for me to do, this is the best thing for me to do right now, and I know that because I am guided to do it, it will be a success and I will have a positive outcome. Whatever that may look like, I'm going to surrender that. I'm going to surrender any attachments to what the outcome may look like, knowing that it will be a success. Because within every one of us, our true self, our higher self, our soul, our essence, we are inherently successful. So everything we do, we can think of as a success. I brushed my teeth, that's a success. I made breakfast, that's a success. I went for exercise, that's a success, etc. So we can know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are a success and that the best case scenario will unfold for us. And because we are guided to do something, then that is going to be not only beneficial for us, but also beneficial for the whole. And it is trusting that and then moving forward with that and just letting this doubt go. And if it comes up again, to reinforce these truths that because I am guided to do this, it is going to work out in a way that is better than I could even imagine. I may not see the results today or tomorrow or the next day, but eventually I'll be able to look back at this time and see why everything was the way it was. And we can look back at any time of our life and see how everything was so perfectly orchestrated for our growth. And so that was what was on my heart to share today. And yeah, so definitely feel free to leave a comment if you resonated with anything in this message, and I'm sure you did because you wouldn't have been attracted to this video if not. And yeah, thanks so much for checking it out. Wishing you a beautiful day and sending much love on your journey. Bye for now.